Pork loin, Elite Barbecue Smoker style. It does. Today we got something for you that's really good flavor, simple, and something easy to do that you really would enjoy cooking at home. And this is good cooking a pork loin. So come on, follow us in the kitchen, and let's get cooking. So anytime you're doing a pork loin, there's silver skin right here that's been left onto it. We need to get rid of that because your rub is not going to penetrate that, and when you cook in it and bite into it, it's going to be tight. So we want to start cutting that, getting rid of that. When you go in there, you want to just start cutting it off. Now remember what I've said, always cut thin to win. We can keep cutting a lot of it. If you do a lot of big cuts, then all of a sudden you start cutting meat off. So anytime I'm doing something like this here, I'm basically just shaving it. I want to expose that silver skin. Once I expose that silver skin, then I can start really shaving it. But I'm just going to get the excess fat off top of this. And you can start seeing I'm exposing that silver skin very well here. And that's part of the reason I'm doing it this way here, so I can show you exactly what we got to deal with. So all that silver skin in here is going to be tight. It's going to leave it, make any meat tough. So we're going to just start getting rid of this fat, and then we'll start shaving it off. So as you can see here, we've taken this pork loin, we've trimmed off all the silver skin. We've got it now where it's just one piece of meat that we can treat right. We can get everything flavored into it. We can control a lot of pieces. If you start having silver skin and other things in there, there's pieces we can't control. So we don't want to do that. We'll have everything we can control. So now we'll start injecting this. You're ready to put the rub on it. So what we're getting ready to do is make our injection for our pork loin. I'm using a 1/4 cup of butcher's pork injection. I'm at about a half a cup of water. I'm gonna put a lid on this, and then I'm gonna shake this up really well. So once we got this mixed up very well and all the big particles are broken down, we're gonna open it back up. We're gonna add in our pineapple juice. Since I'm only doing one pork loin day, I'm using about a half of this, which would be about 3 ounces. I love to add some juice, apple juice, pineapple juice, orange juice, or something other to my pork. You use that acidity and kind of gives it in-depth flavor. So I really do enjoy using that for any type of pork I'm using, as far as these big meats. So I'm going to take that, just shake that up a little bit and set it to the side. So the injector we're going to use today is a cattle prod injector. We got this from Tractor Supply. It's a good unit. It seems like it's durable. I use it in competitions. This one here has been lasting me a while. I like this for a few reasons. Number one, it's got the gauge on the end of it, so I can adjust how much cc's, how much I'm giving each shot. It's also got a pretty good durable parts to take apart, easy to clean. Now the needle we're using today is a veterinarian needle. You can get these at Tractor Supply also, but this is a 14 gauge. I think I had to go on Amazon to find these. The reason I do this is a little bit bigger. Therefore, when I'm pulling the injection out and pushing it into the meat, it allows a little bit easier freedom. I can get a little bigger particles in here with seasoning and stuff in here. So anytime you inject in meat, you want to inject as much as it can take. We don't want to over inject it, so what we don't want to do is waste injection. We want to inject as much as we can take. So I'm going to take my hand and start over here. I'm going to start moving it around a little bit. When I do a one squeeze on this here, it's 5 cc. So I'm just kind of start moving that around, and I move my hand over top of it. That way it don't shoot up and hit me. Once it starts pushing injection out, I've hit my limit on here. That's what we're looking for. Once we get that, we've put everything we can put in this piece of meat. Anything else right now, we're just basically wasting injection, pushing it right on out the meat. We're going to set this to the side. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this, we're going to dry our cutting board off, paper towel dry this, and start adding our seasoning to it. So we'll be right back. So we'll start putting a rub on there. The rub we're using today is East Zero to Hero. I really love this rub on pork. I think it has good depth flavor to it, especially with bigger cuts of meat. So I'm going to take the back side of it and go over top of it. Pretty heavy. We're going to flip it over. And I'm going to hold it this side. I'm going to come across top of it a little bit here. Then when I lay it down, go over top of it really heavy with the top. So We're gonna take this, set it in the refrigerator, and let it calm down. Let all the rubs just bind to the meat. Get ready to put it on the smoker. Back in a few minutes. So we took the pork loin off the Traeger grill. We cooked it at 300 degrees. It cooks for about 2.5 hours. We cooked it to internal temperature 175 to 180 degrees. We brought it inside. We put it on the counter and we lightly covered it with tinfoil, kind of help hold the moisture, hold the heat back in there. We waited here about 10 minutes, allow it to get kind of calm down, allow the juices to settle in the meat and distribute throughout it. That's a big thing. Always wait. You need to kind of just let it calm down, let it rest. If you take it straight off the smoker and you slice it, all that moisture will evaporate out. So take any kind of meat and start turning it drier. So we want this here to calm down, so whenever we cut it and slice it, it'll be really good. It'll be what we're looking for. So we're gonna take this, put it on the cutting board, and let's start slicing. Anytime I'm slicing meat, I always tend to kind of, just rather than go straight down, I kind of tend to go down at a little bit of an angle. What this will do to kind of help even make it more tender going across the grain. Makes the difference a little bit maybe in some red meat. Pork loin probably really won't be that big a deal, but it's more of a habit. So we're going to slice this. We're also going to slice this here a little bit for a good sandwich. So it's not going to be deli slices, but it's going to be on a thinner side. That's what we're looking for with this cut of meat. So we're going to take it and go down a little bit. Like I said, here I'm probably doing about 1/8 slices. You can just see it come in there. You can see the moisture in that thing now. You can just see this moisture. See how juicy it is? That's what we're looking for. One thing I always remember when you're doing some meat like this is only cut it the thickness that you need it for that day. Because if you try to cut it real thick, then this here's going to be drying out. We can take this and wrap it in saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator, and we can slice it just as we need it. So as you can see, a little bit of steam's coming off of there. It's got some good moisture. We're going to plate this thing up and get ready to show you what it tastes like. Pork loin, Lee barbecue smoker style. So as you see, we got the pork loin. We trimmed it out, got all silver skin off of it. We put it on the cutting board. We done the injection. We got into it. We used the rubs we had here, and we put it here on the smoker at 300 degrees, about 2.5 hours. We brought it off around 175, 180. We carried it inside. We let it rest. We put it some tinfoil. Let it calm down about 10 minutes, and we slice it up. Now we're getting ready to taste it and see what we got. So let's see what we got going on. It's moist, it's tender, it's got a little bit of flavor with heat coming into it. It's what we're looking for. If you want to glaze this with different rubs, go for it. It's up to you. You're welcome to try anything. But just go out there and try this. But this is something you need to try. This is really good. If you like our videos, make sure you subscribe to them. Turn the notification bell on. We'll be putting them videos out on a weekly basis. If you got any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section down below. We'll respond as quick as we can. As always, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch our videos. It means a lot to us, it really does. We greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, we're going to eat this. Dolly, you want some? Sure. Sit. Sit. You want to try? Is that good? You eat it too fast, Dolly. She likes it. Hope y'all like it. Let's know what you think. Until next time, see you. Keep cooking. I'll say the blessing. Lord, bless the food by receipt. In His name pray. Amen. See y'all next time. Thank you.